Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Saurabh Pant. Thank you so much for coming to this part of town. I really appreciate it. As you can see from my sweaty face, I've been roaming around a lot, and I was trying to buy a new TV before GST kicked in. So I went out there to try and buy some some TV, and I did an open mic in Malad, and I wrote a ton of jokes, and I took my son out to the park and stuff. So I did a shit ton of stuff today. Hi guys, hello to all of you. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. So far, I see a sausage fest already on this timeline, so I'm very excited. Thanks a lot, man. I'm sweating a lot because I've generally had oh yeah. Let me reveal something before I go on, and my wife knows this. I haven't had a bath since morning, and I haven't gone without having a bath since morning since I was in college. So everywhere I'm going, I try to hug a friend of mine, and she's like, "It's okay." I'm like, "Okay, I get it. I know why you don't want to hug me." It was disgusting. It was great watching you perform today, sir, at Malad. Hope to catch you. Thanks, man. Ishan, it was fun. I was trying some new material which I was writing for my show in the UK, and yeah, so it was interesting. So a lot of your suggestions are GST. I get it, guys. I will try and talk about GST. I'm actually doing a series of stand up videos shortly about. First will be the beef ban, then will be Kejriwal, then Modi, and then Rahul Gandhi. So in the bit about Modi, I'll definitely talk about GST. I don't have enough information on it to sort of go ahead with something. But let's talk to this. Somebody who made a nice suggestion, Jesse Vinay. Jesse says, how about the alcohol ban on highways? I actually think that's a pretty cool thing to talk about, man. Because I like the argument which is immediately made with if you talk about the alcohol ban and say that it's a ridiculous ruling, which is that people say that, oh, that means you are pro drunk driving, you want people to die during driving. I'm like, that, no, that's not what makes any sense. But the rule is absurd because it doesn't seem to actually have any end. I don't think it's going to reduce in this thing. Okay, let's talk about. Somebody said something really absurd about Projit Sana said about Upma is national food. Oh shit, yeah, I remember that story. Whoever said that. I want to do Upma, but in one of the forthcoming videos about beef ban, I'm going to diss one of my least favorite foods of all time, which is poha. I think poha is garbage. It is a shit food. Kunal Kamra and me have bonded over this on numerous different occasions, and we both think it's disgusting. I'm going to be talking about that. What is this? There's some Hrithik Mehta says all Hindus being held responsible for mob lynching. I don't think all Hindus are being held responsible. I think it's the same thing as saying that all terrorists are Muslims, but I see your point. But the thing is that I don't think all Muslims are being held. It's just like a bunch of idiots who represent religion on either side of religion. Ninad Gadre says, how about Jadeja running out Hardik Pandya? I love this very positive thought that we have in life where it's like वो हार्दिक आउट नहीं होता ना उस टाइम पे तो 250 रन तो अकेले बना देता अपना पांडे भाई साहब जो है वो गुजरात से वो कुछ भी कर सकता है आई थिंक ही इज फ्रॉम गुजरात दीपांश शर्मा says what do you think about ढिंचक पूजा I gotta say, man, there was a statistic or some quote which somebody said that eventually humanity is going to reach a point where everyone will have their 15 seconds of fame, no matter how popular or unpopular they may be. So I think Dhinchak Pooja is having more than her 15 seconds and let her enjoy herself, man. For all you know, whoever, one of you people on this timeline, one of you people might become the next Dhinchak Pooja for some absurd reason and make a lot of money and then you're set for life. I just want to say this, by the way, that I just crossed about 50,000 subscribers, which doesn't sound like much, but it's a good start for me. So thank you to all of you people who've subscribed to this particular channel. And I'll just tell you very quickly what my intention with the channel is: to talk about issues that I've had in my head for a long time, and also being able to sort of after having done this for about 8.5 years, I finally reached a point where I can talk about some issues with some vague semblance of thought. And I know that some of those thoughts, some of you don't agree with, and some of the thoughts that you don't agree with are valid, and some of them are just fucking stupid as all shit. And I'll just let you go through the comments to figure out which is which. But anyway, the idea is that is to talk about these bigger issues, not because I've been trying to do that with even EIC outrage and before that the bottom line. So thanks a lot for liking a lot of the stuff. The sanitary pad bit is out right now, which talks about how they should not be there should not be GST on sanitary pads. I don't entirely believe that there shouldn't be any tax, but it should definitely be affordable or whatever it is. So yeah, thanks a lot for subscribing to this nonsense, man. I really appreciate it. Let's take some suggestions then. Somebody called Hop Up says talk on LGBT. Oddly enough, what I'm going to do with the next video is I'm going to talk about the beef ban and about the LGBT community. Actually, not the next video, the one after that. So 2 weeks later. So we're going to figure out a way in which both these topics are connected. So that should be fun. So watch out for that. Why the hell did you leave EIC? Blah, blah, blah. Let me just clarify this again. EIC and me are best of friends in general still. And I was actually supposed to go out drinking with the boys today, but I've had a long day and I got done very late. So I didn't. The reason I left EIC was because I have a shit ton of other stuff to do, and it was all coming from a very positive, happy place. I'm still going to be coming on East India Comedy to do stuff, and the boys are going to be coming on my channel as well. So rather than looking at this from a negative POV, to quote Sapan, look at this from a positive POV. You now have 2 channels for you to hate or like, depending on where you stand. So if you hated me at EIC, you can continue liking EIC and come to my channel and say tu gandu hai, or whatever it is that you want to say to me. So yeah, it's all good, man. How about the craziness that goes on in news channels like debates? Pranjali Gupta, I gotta give you an award. You have cracked what the next video is gonna be about. The next video is about news debates and how a lot of it is on the basis of absolute people doing absolutely no research in the news. And it's gonna be about my experiences when this whole Tanmay Snapchat story happened. So what I would suggest is I did a Hindi debate during this whole Snapchat controversy. So just go and check that out, and I will talk about exactly what happened over there. And that's the video which is going to come out on Tuesday at 5 p.m., which is going to be exactly about news debates being ridiculous. Rudra Sondhi 2 says, I love you. Me too is all I have to say to that. Let's do something else. Facebook profile picture guard only in India bullshit. Why is it only in India? I thought it was everywhere, that nonsense. I don't even know what the hell that shit is. I'm like, dude, if somebody wants to steal my profile picture, go ahead. Why would anyone want to look like me? How about 193 students scoring 100% in SSC? Are you serious? Did that happen? 100%? 193 students? That is bullshit, dude. That is crazy. Dude, I remember I did my ICSE and I got like 60 some percentage. I don't even remember. And I was like, fuck, I'm a genius of the highest order, dude. So these marks are absurd, man. I don't know how you guys deal with it. I've said this before. I'm going to say it again. But just set the bar really low with regards to your marks. Because what's going to happen is that when you grow up, then anything you do is going to appear so great in context. Like if you got 49% in your 10th standard, then expectations are going to be jhat. तो कुछ भी करेगा लाइफ में, या तो कुछ भी करेगी लाइफ में, people are like क्या amazing औरत है या आदमी है या दोनों, whatever. Sometimes I find your videos more ranty and less funny. Okay, so you find the videos of Rant of the Pant more ranty and funny. Cool. Just let it sink into your head for a second. Admitted Rahul Gandhi is still a better stand-up comedian than you. Shanti, you've put this particular comment about 7 times. I get it. It's the oldest joke in the book. However, I think way better than all Indian politicians are absurdly funny, dude. I genuinely think if you have a neutral POV and you support no political party, you'll realize how absolutely insane all of them are. And also interesting. What do you think about DNA on Z News? What is that, man? Shout out by name, I asked the ESC question. What is this thing people have about take my name note? Say my name once. Say my name na. Yeah, this is like literally virtual sex. Like, mera naam bolna. Pieces se lena mera naam. Bolna mera naam. Fine, I'll say your name. Dev Lohana. Are, your penis is made of steel or what? Are you Wolverine down there? It's like instead of Wolverine goes this and you go. Okay, that's my great joke. Thanks, Yash Ranka, for saying Saurabh rocks other socks. I appreciate that. How much do you earn? Gap between your teeth. What is this obsession you guys have with the gap between your teeth? You know, by the way, what I love is that some of you guys, when I put out videos and shit like that, people will be like, "Hey, yaar, ye to matlab cliche joke tha, matlab aisa stereotyping and fucking you don't think hard about your jokes, ye takle." I'm like, are you just seriously saying that? It's fine calling me a takla, but I can't make jokes about somebody else. And this gap in my teeth, I love the gap in my teeth, man. I don't know why some of you are so fucking obsessed with this shit. I find it genuinely very rude and actually offensive that people send me like, hey bro, repair your teeth. I'm like, fuck your fucking face, man. Why don't you repair your attitude? I can repair the gap in my teeth, but you'll still be a chutia. Anyway, let's talk about this. I know I'm ranting. Estrella says, Saurabh, I want to go in mass communication and you're my idol. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I put it in my cleavage. Wait, now I need to take it out. I was doing a panel yesterday for Twitter with Rohan Joshi, and he said that we've reached a point where it's like so terrible that comedians like us are being listened to by people, and like how badly has the world fucked up where we are people who people look up to, and I like how parents get really pissed off about the fact that they're like, oh, you know, you are bad influence on my kids. I'm like, no, the reason why your kids consume us is because you are not a good enough, you know, influence on them. So don't blame us, blame yourself. About the Momo ban, yeah, I was like, I think, to be honest, I think that Momo ban thing was taken out of context a little bit. There's no shortage of idiots saying stupid shit across India, and we just like take one garbage moron stupid words and assume that that's the stance of everyone who is in that particular party or whatever it is. And this, I mean, cuts across like BJP and whatever the hell it is. स्टैंड अप कॉमेडियंस गवर्नमेंट को बता रहे हैं क्या करना है. इंडिया इज फक्ड. इंडिया इज नॉट फक्ड. ग्लोबली वी आर फक्ड. See, every time you feel bad about India, just look at America right now. It is damn exciting. And then after that, look at Canada. And then you're like, fuck, जिंदगी तबाह हो गई पूरी तरह. Anushka Khanna, Sarabhai versus Sarabhai, do you like that show? Anushka, I really like that show, and it's a testament to how bad Indian television is. That Sarabhai versus Sarabhai had to struggle to get fucking 2 seasons, and we are on the 756th season of Tarak Mehta. So it's good. Let's take a couple more questions. Also, some of you are asking about shows. Some of you are asking about shows, so let me answer to you about shows. I am going to be in Nasik on Sunday. I think there are barely 15 tickets left, 15 or 20 or something like that. I think they've added more, but it's very few available on insider.in. After that, I'm going to be in Indore. Indore is happening on 9th of July. And before that, I'm doing a show in Mumbai where I'm doing a show where there were some bits from Rant of the Pant which I recorded at my last show in Rang Mandir, which didn't work out the way I wanted them to because I fucked up the writing, to be perfectly honest with you. So I spent some time working on this particular joke. So come see it. It's a short preview of Rant of the Pant. 5th of July, the tickets are again on insider.in. And of course, after that is going to be England. I'm going to London on. I'm going to Manchester. I'm going to a bunch of places in England. So July 19th to 23rd is the dates, man. Anyway, I don't know if this is on. Nobody seems to be responding to anything. Is anyone there at all? Wait, let me take 2 more questions and then we get out of here. He's ignoring EIC messages. Everyone shout EIC. I just said about EIC, you fucking learned fakir. Okay, Shri Pampatwar. That's a great name, by the way. Pampatwar. Like, it literally sounds like you're a vuvuzela. It's like, Pampatwar! Pampatwar! It sounds like a Maratha cry for war. Anyway, please do some stand-up on our education system is pressurizing students on studying, and literature, art and sports are being ignored. I think that's a good point. I think when we talk about the study system, the rote learning thing is something we constantly focus on. We never actually focus on the fact that sports, etc., is completely ignored. And I think it's a very important part because it just increases your social engagement. A friend of mine who was with me in BCom and MCom, he just basically got in through a crazy amount of charisma and everything. And the way he learned all that stuff was basically through sports and through literature and through acting and all that stuff. And I think people underestimate how important that stuff is. But also in India, there's a problem of space, right? But I think that's changing right now, right? I mean, like badminton and blah blah blah, and sports and all are getting a crazy amount of prominence as they should. Let's take two more. When you dropping your skincare routine? Skincare routine? Why would I? I don't understand the question. I just put out the bit about the fairness creams. I don't know what your question is. Why there's so less shows in Calcutta? Asked Adrija Chaudhary. Calcutta is typically a hard place to pull off shows because you need a good organizer, you need a good venue, and to hustle those things up requires somebody on ground to produce it. That's been the main worry there, and there are just like four venues where you can perform stand up, so it's just a little harder. It's not impossible. I just did a sold out show right now there, which is great, so I had fun. How to have a threesome, says Saman Mahat. So it's very easy to have a threesome. What you do is you take your right hand, you take your left hand, okay, and then you pour oil on both of them and use it. It's threesome. I mean, it's your thing and two of them. Do you like Game of Thrones? I like Game of Thrones. It's alright, man. Tell me, brother, what you think about DNA on Z News? Dude, I don't know what you're talking about, Varun. You've been screaming this question for the last 10 minutes. I have no idea what that means. Sup, dude? Dude, says Pradeep Arunachalam. I don't know why you're asking about my doo but whatever it is, man. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot, man. Sajad Subir asks, why was Ghanta Awards stops? They were really good, man. Please bring it back. Just to tell you, the Ghanta Awards weren't stopped because we wanted them to be stopped, and I think they should be back because the guys producing them should hopefully bring them back as they should. We've not done Ghanta Awards for 2 years primarily because we wanted more ownership on the kind of content that we were writing. So I would say EIC versus Bollywood is continuing. I think there's going to be a video dropping with Tapsi Pannu pretty shortly. With Sapan and Angad and Azim, I think those are the three people on it. And then after that, there's going to be more people. Lots of Bollywood guys are doing EIC versus Bollywood, so it's essentially a Ghanta Awards. So go to East India Comedy and check that stuff out, man. I'm going to take one last question, and I'm about to move on. Let's do Meet Saradva, who says, please do a stand-up about Hindi language ruckus in the South Indian states. I think what we tend to forget is that because there's so many states in this country, there are a lot of opinions as well, and people have different languages that they speak across the country, and I do think that up to a point, because a lot of the media landscape and specifically news media is based out of Delhi and the North Indian belt to a large extent, you tend to ignore that other states exist. And I think anyone from the Northeast can, cop to the fact that any, like the situation which is happening right now in Darjeeling, I haven't updated myself on it in the last couple of days, but it's horrible, man. It's a complete mess out there, and the fact that it took two people to get killed and that entire incident to happen is proof of the fact that we don't give a shit beyond the North Indian belt for negative and positive anything, and that includes something like language. I mean, the S.A. Arvind video I haven't seen. He's been doing that bit for a while, and he's very funny. Go check it out if you don't know what he's talking about. So yeah. 1 second. Somebody asked a very bizarre question. Hamish Shah asks, why the hell always stand-up comedians keep full videos on Netflix or other paid medias when YouTube pays you for ads? Make video on GST, make video on your personal life. Please reply me fast. You've asked 7 questions. I'm going to answer the first question, which is about putting up videos. Dude, these are all different platforms and they all have their own purpose for us. YouTube has been probably the biggest sort of platform for us from a sort of marketing POV to get our content out there, and like couldn't thank them more because it's great. But Netflix and Amazon Prime and all the rest of them and Facebook videos and everything else also have a space, man. It really helps, and because everyone's not on one particular social media, right? Like everyone's on everything. So yeah. Okay, let's Sajad Subir says, one more thing last, please tell these words. I fucking founded EIC Choots. I did. I fucking founded it, but I didn't. It wasn't just me. It was Kunal, Saban, Sahil, and me. So I guess we get equal credit for fucking up things. But by the way, everything's not over, dude. You get 2 things anyway. Are you planning for writing amazing books like your previous ones? Thanks, man, Abhiram Uday. My previous books are The Wednesday Soul, and the second one was Under Delhi. If you enjoy anything I do, go pick it up. The third one is going to be called Pawan the Flying Accountant, and I don't think I've said that publicly yet. So We are working on the final edit, which is basically the copy editing. It's a mythological book about, if anyone knows about the Vanars who are Hanuman's army. And it basically starts off from the point of there's a Vanar every single across history. There's been Vanars who's been assigned to protect the country, and it's about the current era where the guy who's currently supposed to be protecting the country doesn't want to. So it's very funny, and it's quite absurd, and it's not exactly about mythology, but essentially about the futility of war and all that stuff. And I had a ball writing the joke. It's basically like literally like a anti superhero kind of book. So I think you guys will enjoy it. So anyway, yeah, I mean that's about it, guys. Go check out. Thank you. I'm so sorry I couldn't take all the questions. There's a real bunch of them. Just the last thing is that go check out the new sanitary pads video. On Tuesday, I'm going to be dropping the next video about Indian TV and how news channels are completely insane, and on the basis of news debates that I've been on. The Rant of the Pant tour continues, and it's going to be in Nasik on Sunday, then Indore. Then I'm doing two shows in Mumbai. Both tickets are on insider.in. And then, of course, after that is Indore, and then we followed up with an entire tour of England. And Surat is also coming. I think Surat tickets are also up on Book My Show, so go pick them up. It's happening in August, but get your tickets already. Kerry Cooper says, "You're hot, no homo." It's cool, bro. Oh, whatever. I don't know why. I love rubbing on my nipples. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot, man. This is the first time I've done a YouTube live. I fucked it up already. I just ended. I knew at some stage I'm going to say, thank you so much for joining me on this Facebook live on YouTube. And after this, I'm going to be Snapchatting on Instagram, which I also do. But in conclusion, I just want to thank you guys for subscribing to this channel. It genuinely means a lot to me. Now, this is content that I've been working very, very hard on. I'm writing more furiously than I've ever written in my life. And your feedback and your help and your support and you pushing out videos, etc., means a lot, man. So thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I'll end on that very earnest note. And yeah, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Bye, guys. Keep subscribing to this channel, and I love you, and kiss to all your toes. Are you sure you want to stop streaming?